Alright, so I got a question about the email client on the Juniper, so I'm going to show you that now. Just so you know, I have the camouflage case on from the Sunbeam website, as well as the outside and the inside glass screen protector. I know there's not many examples of them online, so I figured I'd let you know. So I have the email client set up to when I press the left directional, it's going to come right up. I signed out of all of my email accounts so that I could show you what it looks like from the beginning. So it says, welcome to a text-only email experience designed for quick review of important emails while removing images and attachments. See compatible email providers at support.sunbeamwireless.com. So this is a minimalist experience. You're not going to get videos or images similar to the texting on here. So I'm just going to quickly type in this email that I created. I'm going to use the QWERTY keyboard because it is faster for me when I have a lot of different characters or I'm typing something where I need to go uppercase, lowercase, number, symbol. It makes switching through that much easier. The one thing I'll say is that on the portrait mode of the QWERTY keyboard, it can be kind of small, so I'll show you right now. I had no problem kind of typing this in, but sometimes, like on my last model on the Aspen, it opened up in landscape automatically, but I think you can change that in settings. So it says configuration found, which is great. It found it right away, super easy. So I'm going to hit sign in with Google. We're going to get a Google sign in like you would on any other Google service. Next. And then it's going to ask me for my password. So I'm going to go ahead and do that really quickly. Alright, let's see if this logs in. Okay, so Sunbeam Wireless email wants to access your Google account. Make sure you trust. Continue. And it's checking incoming server settings verified. So this is super easy. So I removed those email inboxes like right before, and I'm already having this set up like right away. So it's super quick, super easy. So it's asking if you want a display name for the email inbox. I'll just write test because I don't really plan on keeping this on here. We'll do next. You can set up an email signature, which is great. I mean, I love that. I loved texting signatures back in the day, so that's rich. Anyway, so here's the syncing option. So this is something you have to be careful about. Battery. Now, if you have it syncing more often, that's going to be using more battery. So I made that mistake in the beginning. I definitely recommend doing it every 24 hours because you can like manually sync it whenever you want. So number message display, if you did 1,000, that would probably take up more. So I'm gonna do 10 because I want to choose how many I'm going to. Like I can just refresh, scroll down, you know what I mean? So you can choose if you want to show notifications or not. I'm going to show notifications, so we'll create the account. Successfully created, and that was super easy. Emails are already in, so this is the inbox. I have everything set up super small, so I want to show you. If we go to the side, you can go down to settings. In the settings, this is where we have that email I just added. We can add another account. Otherwise, we can go to display. We have a light and a dark theme, and you can apply that to the message, the composer view. You can change the font size. So the font size you can adjust. So I have it on tiniest here, so I'm going to change it to smallest so it gets a little bigger, smaller, because that's where I had it I think before and I liked it there. But then also it gets into the message, so this will actually be the email font size, so you can adjust that. You have the sender, very specific. You can get in there, you can do the message body, so that's good. You can show a unified inbox, so if you have multiple different email inboxes on here, this will tie them together for you, which is really nice if you want a nice synchronized list. You can adjust the density, so this is how much space is between the emails. So I might go with relaxed. Preview lines, so this is how much of the email is going to be showing. And then you have just other really specific things, like if you want the contact name showing above or below. If you want to add some color to the contact, you can change the contact color here. If you have some contacts saved into your email address account, change color, different background when the message has been read, so you can really get in there and change these types of settings that might make the experience much better for you, depending on what your preferences are in terms of color, visual organization, text size, all of that. If you prefer things to see more at once, you can optimize it that way, and vice versa if you have visual impairments. Interaction, this is really good. You can go through emails using the volume rocker, which is really nice. You can really get in there with different behaviors, like there's even swipe behaviors. So you can, for a right swipe, you can send it to the archive or the spam folder. Left swipe, you can add or remove star, mark as read. That's super cool. That makes using this small screen a pretty nice experience. So I'm going to refresh to apply these changes. You'll see that things got kind of bigger. So I'm going to show you that going through with the email rocker. I'm sorry, the volume rocker. So I'm just pressing the volume rocker on the side. Super nice experience. These are kind of just like the standard emails that come with making a new email account, which is what I did for this video. But you'll see that things are pretty viewable. Things are adjusted to be fitting the screen, so that things are standardized. Those are different settings that you can explore in there. If you want to allow things to kind of free flow more, if you want things to be super small and compact, then you can do that as well. So you have a lot of different options for how you want to read things. I would say that kind of comprises the email client. I'll show you really quick how to compose. So you can to subject, we can use right here, we have the envelope button. When we press this is a test for YouTube. You see it knows YouTube, capitalized those letters for us. And yeah, then we can go up and we can send, and it's super easy. I would have to say my experience with this email is it's amazing. This is really quality in terms of the service, because a lot of times with flip phones and these like the Nokia phones and the Kai OS phones is that the software and the hardware is just very low quality, and you end up getting very glitchy, slow software that's not optimized for this screen size and for this type of, I don't know, whatever is in this phone. But this phone, everything's so snappy, everything's so optimized, everything is great. And so this app is very optimized for an awesome quality of life experience. So I just think it goes along with everything else that's on the Sunbeam phones. Like, it's just all quality. It all works very well. Even the Waze app, the way it was integrated, it works pretty well. And their own navigation app, it's even better in my opinion in terms of how it's optimized for the phone. So I love this. I really want them to add more stuff like this. My hopes, dreams, fantasies are that they would add like some sort of Spotify or music streaming app that's like optimized for this phone. That would be so nice. Even if it's just like Spotify, like the Spotify, like how they have on the Cat OS or whatever, something like that. That would be so awesome, because I don't want TikTok, I don't want that stuff, but I do want some sort of media that I don't have to download and transfer via a USB cable. So that's my biggest thing that I'm looking for. But yeah, if anyone has any other questions about the Juniper phone, just let me know. please subscribe, because I'm going to start making more videos about flip phones, getting off of social media, and I think just simplifying technology, because I use a lot of simplified methods of technology. So I just want to share that, and why I think it's important. So I encourage you to please subscribe, and let me know if you have any other questions.